Hey everybody, welcome to Monday. Man, I don't know about you, but I had a fabulous weekend. I spent the weekend in outside of Las Vegas, right? Out in the desert with a bunch of people commuting an hour each way. Oh man, that does not sound like fun, Shannon. But if you go to shannonrobnet.com, you can figure out where we're at. Subscribe to our newsletter. You'll have found out about it last time. But I took some friends of mine and we went out to a shooting range and we spent the weekend out there perfecting our handgun skills and working on some networking. You know, I've found a lot of similarities with a lot of people that I never even knew a year ago. Heck, I met people on the van ride to and from the gun class that I never knew, and interesting people too. But it's funny what happens when you open your life up and open your mind up and open yourself up to not only change, to new things, to learning new things, to being part of new things, and how that can really affect what goes on in your world, right? And if you're really trying to find out what's going on with other people, man, they're sure there to tell you if you'll ask. In fact, it reminds me, when was the last time y'all asked the people in your life how they're doing? What's going on with them? Is there anything you can help with? Because the reality is, I bet you there are people in your network that have an issue, have a problem, that you probably know somebody that can solve that problem. But without the ask, without understanding what's going on, you just don't know, right? And there's so much truth, guys, to the fact that the value of your net worth is directly correlated to the size of your network. And I'm finding that out more and more every day. I had a conversation 2.5 weeks ago with a guy I met in Costa Rica. Actually, I met him in Puerto Rico, met him again in Costa Rica, had a nice, amazing conversation with him, found out that his family was the employer of a guy I knew very well, previous employer. So it was amazing. I'm sitting there in Costa Rica having a conversation with someone that my network was able to connect me with, that created a symbiotic energy that took us a lot farther than we would have been able to get to if it was just the conversation, or if we didn't bother to engage in the conversation at all. I found that I wind up with more deals, more real estate conversations and acquisitions happened strictly because conversations happened, because relationships happened. I hear people talk all the time about they're unable to get in on real estate deals or they're unable to acquire real estate. Probably has a lot to do with how much you're talking about it, how much you're engaging in it, how much other people are being able to help you with that journey, because you're not asking. If you're not asking, they're certainly not going to tell you. But if you're talking with them about how their problems you might have an ability to solve with your network, it'll be amazing how they try and return the favor and help you solve in yours. I see the power of that on a daily basis. And I know that had I not taken the first step, had I not initiated, none of this conversation would have happened if I stayed in my shell, right? Those of you that know me very well know that I don't really like getting out here on social media. But I've seen what it's done for our brand, and I've seen what it's built for our business, and I know that it's something I have to do. But it's not really comfortable. I know that when I do it, I see phenomenal results, and I know that my team depends on me to be the spokesperson in a lot of areas. And so I get out here and do it. I was a part of a panel in Florida last week, and that was uncomfortable, right? Speaking in front of all those people. Oh my goodness, right? But I learned from it, right? I'm growing in that, and the network is growing, and the connections are growing, right? That guy that I talked about from Costa Rica that I met in Puerto Rico, that a friend of mine used to work for his in-laws, he was there again, right? That connectivity, right? So there's a lot that you can glean from the situation if you put yourself in the middle of it and if you work hard at it. There's a lot that you can come up with. And so I look at my networking opportunities in a whole new light now because of what that does for my real estate. And all of that comes back to the mindset and how I have to look at it because I still don't prefer it, right? Overall, I enjoy it because I enjoy the results of what happens when I do it, but it's not something I'm jumping out of bed going, oh yeah, this is something I want to do. It's more of one of those situations that I do it, I get rewarded for it, I like the reward, I continue to do it, right? We're still building this whole thing out and still learning all about it. Yeah, I'm talking about life, right? Because like I've said often, man, it's your day and you can play it any way you want, but you don't get to replay it. There's only one way to do this, and you can either be positive about it, learn from it, grow from it, and get better, or you can be negative and you can, woe is me, and you can deal with the circumstances and the situation. And I'm not saying that some of us haven't been dealt terrible things. I went through a bout in a medical episode for about 2.5 years. I couldn't catch a break, right? Broken knees, broken legs, broken backs, broken necks, you name it, I had it all at once, right? That was no fun. And yet I made it through it because I kept looking at things in a positive direction. I kept surrounding myself with positive people that were helping me. And now I'm in a position where I'm healthy and I can insert myself into that network and I can be the one that's encouraging. I can be the one that's connecting, right? I don't really want to play that 7 degrees of separation, or what is it? 7 degrees, like, I don't know, something you wind up with Kevin Bacon, right? But the reality is we're all a lot closer connected to the answer to the people that we know and friends and family that we know's problems than we give ourselves credit for. And there are people out there that need your help. They need your solution. They don't have it. They don't have what you have. They may have something else, but they don't have what you have. And they need your help to pull this off. But if you're not saying nothing, they can't hear you. So if you're growing your network and you're active in that network, not just from a marketing standpoint, but from a giving standpoint, The Go Giver is a great book, by the way. And if you'll go to shannonrobnett.com, connect us and say, hey, Go Giver, I'll send you a copy. So we can now give you something that you can give to others, and everybody gets something out of it, right? So shannonrobnett.com, contact us, ask for a copy of The Go Giver. We'll send it to you. But it's an amazingly impactful book because it tells you the power of being a giver, the power of inserting yourself into a network and being that spark that it needs, the power of adding, not just being a consumer. So guys, I hope you have an amazing week. I hope you get out there. I hope you make the best of it. And I hope you plug into a network that not only charges you, but allows you to charge others because they need what you have. And if you don't believe that, go plug yourself into a network. And if you can't get that to happen, go to shannonrobnett.com, contact us and tell me I'm a liar. I'd love to hear from you because I won't be hearing from most of you about that particular thing because it works. It happens all the time. So guys, have an amazing week. I look forward to seeing you here on Friday. Be good. Take care of yourselves and take care of those that you love.